Good morning and welcome back to another episode, another watch along for you to tune into us with. As I say, this is Cameroon versus Serbia and another strong game in Group Group G. Obviously, Brazil top the group, the Swiss in second with 3 points, but both of these teams don't have any. They both have 0 points. So there's a good chance they can still get themselves in the mix with a win. However, they are thinking on the win probability that Serbia, who are bottom of the group currently with a -2 goal difference, will be on, well, they've got a 55% win probability to Cameroon's 19, 26% for the draw. However, please do support us through this. I really would appreciate it. So if you can, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also hit that notification bell if you want to be notified. That said, we are on social media. You can find us all over it. We are social whores in this business. So here is where you can spot us. So yes, we are currently live on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube. So please do keep showing your support. As I say, it's great for everyone that has been with us so far. So I really do appreciate it. Couple of comments then before we get into the nitty-gritty of it. Mark Green's in the chat. Hope you're well, Mark. He says, big up, Dan. I can watch for the first few minutes, but everyone smash a like on the stream. Absolutely smash a like on the stream. Share and subscribe. Great guy. Let's get him to 1K and come on, Serbia. I appreciate the kind words, really do. But yeah, Serbia, Cameroon. I'm not really bothered who wins. I'd say it's probably more of an upset if Cameroon win, because Serbia's got quite a strong squad. Do not rule out Cameroon, though. Do not rule them out. The stream elements bots running, as always. Matt says, also, any chance you could potentially make me a World Cup intro by any chance? I highly doubt it, just with how busy the World Cups at the watch-alongs are. You know, mixing that with family life and things, it can just be quite difficult. But if I can, I will try, but don't hold me to it. If you can find elsewhere, then that's probably best, but do not hold me out for it. Chris is in as well. He says, morning, Dan. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, not too bad. It's Monday, isn't it? We'll all get the Monday blues, I suppose. Speaking of blues, Chris is in. Says, big up your ginger minja or minga, I'm guessing. But yeah, thanks, Chris, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Matt says, no worries, bud. Chris says his prediction is 1-0 Serbia. 1-0 to the Serbs. Good prediction. As I say, people, get your predictions in. Let us know how you think this game is going to go. I'm going to say, I know the Serbs need a result here, and they did put in a good result in the last game. I say a good result, a good performance. But I'm going to say that I just think Cameroon may do something. If I just have a feeling Cameroon may do something. So yeah, I'm going to say Cameroon win this one for me. Chris says, cool leading that with the blue. Yeah, I had to try and tie it in when I saw you in there. Chris, I've got a whole week of work. Happy days. Yeah, Chris, I'll fire the link across in a second. I'll sign into Twitter on the laptop and fire it across. Now says, morning. Thank you very much. Now, hope you're well. He says, remember to follow Daniel on every social except from OnlyFans. Well, it's only except from OnlyFans because I'm not on it. But let's sign into the old Twitter sphere as well, because we do like to read out what people are saying on Twitter regarding the game while we are live as well. So let's have a look. No, you're never gonna get my loving. Let's have a look. It's the only part I'm going to sign in, then wait for the text code to come through to my phone, then put that in. We're in. We're in. I've hacked the system. Right. Where is Christopher? There he is. There you are, Chris. Sent the link over. Feel free to join, mate. Feel free to join. I'll put your links and stuff in at the end of the game. I'm on it. 0 views so far. It's because I just keep sending farts in a jar. No problem, no problem. Well, as Chris is going to just grab himself a brew, something I'm going to struggle with now, with Kate deciding to go out and get cake instead. I mean, if you wanted to stay and make me a brew before you leave, that would be great. No, I didn't think so. There'll be a queue up to the eyeballs. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good girl. But let's have a look at them teams. Let's have a look then. Starting off with Cameroon. Davis Epassi starts in goal. Now, if you're all wondering, where is Andre Anana? Well, apparently he has been called from the squad due to the fact of the Cameroonian manager Rigobert Song asking him to play in a more traditional goalkeeper style. And he said, no, I will carry on being me and carry on doing exactly what I am supposed to do. They are playing a 4-3-3 Cameroon, so they've got a back four of Collins, Faye, Castelletto, John Charles Castelletto, Nicholas Unkulu, and also Nuhu Tolo. In that middle three, you have got Andre, Frank, Zambo, and Guisa. Then you have Pierre Kunde and also Martin Hongler. Your front three is Brian Umbuemo, Eric Maxim Chupa Motting, who is the captain, and also Carl Toko Ikambe. So as I say, that is the 4-3-3. I know the players are a little bit all over the place with that, but I'm trying to tell you where they actually are playing as well in that setup. As for Serbia, let's have a look at the Serbian team. Serbia are as follows. They're playing a 3-4-2-1 formation, starting with Vanja Milinkovic-Savic in goal. Then you have Nikola Milenkovic in that back three with Milo Velkovic and also Strahinja Pavlovic. In the front, in the four in front, which there's a lot of Victors in this team. We've said it numerous times. You have Andraja Zivkovic. Then you have Sasa Lukic with Nemanja Maksimovic and also Filip Kostic. In that two behind the striker, you have Sergej Milinkovic-Savic and Dusan Tadic, the former Southampton man, is in there. But up top, leading the pack for Dragan Stojkovic's team is Alexander Mitrovic. And if you don't know who he is, then where have you been for a few years? He is the one who scores the goals for Fulham. He is Fulham's main man. Look, let's take a look at some of your comments. The missus is here. She's just dropped off the brew. How kind is she? How kind is she? She says, keep smashing it. I'm so proud of you. Remember to sub if you're new here and hit that thumbs up. So yeah, really appreciate the love and support. And the brew. Of course I love the brew. Now says the ref for this game is Mohammed Abdullah Hassan. He is from Dubai. Wow. So we have a Dubai official refereeing this one at the Al Janoub Stadium. Does it say actually who the officials are? No, it doesn't. Not on the thing that I've got. Just a couple of stats to bring you as well before Chris does make an appearance. Dusan Tadic is set to make his 93rd appearance for Serbia today. Only 2 players have made more appearances for Serbia since 2006 when they started playing as an independent nation. Alexander Kolarov with 94 and Branislav Ivanovic. Remember those two? Kolarov played for Manchester City and Branislav Ivanovic, obviously, of Chelsea. Branislav Ivanovic had 105. Serbia, however, have lost both their FIFA World Cup games as an independent nation against African sides, doing so against Chile. Chile, what am I reading? Ivory Coast in 2006, or Côte d'Ivoire, 3-2, and Ghana in 2010, 1-0. Cameroon, though, have now lost each of their last 8 matches at the World Cup. Those defeats coming across 4 tournaments, 2002, 2010, 2014 and 2022. A defeat here would equal their longest ever losing run by a nation at the World Cup, which was set by Mexico between 1930 and 1958. 9 in a row. Serbia have lost 8 of their 10 World Cup games as an independent nation. That's 80%, which is the highest loss percentage of any side to have played at least 10 games in the competition. Cameroon are averaging just 0.8 goals per game at the World Cup, 18 goals in 24 matches, the lowest goals per game ratio of any nation to play at least 20 games in the comp. They've failed to score in 5 of the last 8 games at the World Cup as well, scoring just 3. But as I say, Cameroon have made 2 changes to their side. You know, the keeper, as we've said, and Koundé starts instead of Jouet, who drops to the bench. And Cameroon have sort of kept things, I think, the same that they've had in their last game. But however, Chris has joined us. He's got looking fresh, looking smart, advertising for the next Bond film, I'd say. And here he is.
Bond.
What was that? It's me. I hadn't turned my volume up on my phone. What was that, pal?
I said Basildon Bond. I'm just trying to find out. Apparently, this game nearly didn't go ahead because apparently the Cameroons they what do they call it? Where they spiked the changing rooms of the Serbians, and that's why they're all full of itches.
I'll give you that one. Give you that one. Nice and early, straight off the bat.
Well, I like to be in early and then get out late.
Chris, thank you for coming in. We are just about to get kickoff underway. But where can people find you and your stuff?
Excuse me, Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and at Leicester TID on Twitter. And Leicester Till I Die most of the places, to be honest with you. Even on OnlyFans. Please somebody look at me. Please.
Well, Kate this morning, I told her that I weren't feeling the best. So she decided to say, well, when you've done your watch along, we'll go spoons and have a spoons like lunch or whatever.
Oh, bless her.
So we're going to the watch.
Your belly, won't it?
Oh, just a bit, yeah.
Yeah. She's an Indian giver, isn't she?
she's just like my nana. My nana used to be the same, God rest her soul. She used to say, bloody hell, Danny, you're putting some weight on. And then 10 minutes later, oh, do you want a biscuit? Do you want a cream cake? Is there anything you want from the kitchen? Bloody hell, and you wonder why. To be fair, she did see a thing on Facebook saying that there is a bakery over in what's it called? Is it Clayton Limos? Is it Clayton? No, it's not there. Not Darwin. Somewhere near Blackburn. Not Darwin. I don't think it's Clayton Moores. Either way, there's a bakery there called Finch Bakery, and it's these two sisters, and Kate absolutely loves the stuff from there. And she saw a thing on Facebook saying they've got a 50% off today, off everything. So Kate, in a typical fashion, as she was in the background putting the Christmas tree up and going to get the decorations out and stuff like that. But no, the tree's up. It's looking bare as out. So she's got a bush out and then buggered off.
Oh,
It's basically.
well, if it needs trimming, let me know. I've got a pair of clippers.
and to be fair, they can't whinge if we were to nip at anything because we can't find it. So don't worry about it.
Well, as Ivor Biggins said, there's probably half a scout troop up there. Those that know. Do you know there's 10 officials to every bloody game? Yeah,
I've noticed that.
I love, kind of be honest, this is the job I want, right? Let me just find it. This is the job that I absolutely want. And that is the standby assistant video assistant referee.
So basically the video assistant referee is an arsehole and gets it wrong. Then you have to be the one on standby just in case.
No. There is an assistant, but then you've got a standby as well.
Huh?
I know.
Talk about just, paying people for the sake of it. I want that. I want that job. In fact, I'll be the assistant's assistant. If you're lucky.
You can be my assistant if I get it, mate.
Happy days. I didn't get the Crawley job. Matthew Everington did. So, my application there got turned away.
Oh, God, you're beaten by him and you were beaten by company as well. What's the world?
I were. What a shambles. Did you see the situation, Chris, at Cameroon? They've had to change their goalkeeper, Andre Anana, who was in goal. Doug let me know, and I had to go and check it out for myself, but apparently has been omitted from the squad because the Cameroonian manager, Rigobert Song, said, I want you to play as more of a traditional keeper and change your sort of way of playing. And he said, no, I'll play how I want to play, and that's it. So the manager said, see you later, you're not part of the squad anymore.
Well, what can I mean, quite right. Right. The manager is the manager. And if you want to play for you, I mean, how many times do we see, players say, well, I'm a left back, but I played on the right because the manager needed me there for that game. We see it in our teams all the time. Players playing out of position. I always go back to that stupid wanker, excuse my French, Chelsea goalkeeper that wouldn't come off.
Oh, Kepa,
yeah, I can't stand him. I mean, no. You're told to come off, get off. It's the manager, and I've got to be honest with you. No marks to the captain there because the captain should have gone over and dragged him off. Yeah,
no, I agree.
You've started me now. You've started me. I was in a good mood.
We are just coming up to 5 minutes gone in this game. Cameroon 0, Serbia 0. Doug's in the chat as well. Good morning, Doug. Hope you are well. He says, good morning, Dan and Chris. Hope you are well. This is the problem with working in offices. You can sort of just rest your phone up, watch it in the background while apparently doing work.
I've done it many a time. So yeah.
My mate was telling me last Tuesday when I went football. He says I was watching the England game. He said I shut my office door. He said, and someone came in and said, "Are you watching the game?" And he goes, "No." So he left his door open. He said, but it was funny how when it got to half time, everybody ended up meeting up at the brewing station to make a brew. And they're going, "You watching the game?" No. Are you? No, I'm not. They're all in denial.
Indeed, yeah.
Doug's just come back from the dentist. He's heading back to work now. Going to work after going to work, knowing that you've managed to get out of work for a few hours. It is like pulling teeth, isn't it? A little bit. You don't want to go. You don't want to go.
A dental appointment for this early in the morning. You don't make it midday. just before lunch or just after lunch, so that you can go and be back for it, or you can go on your lunch first, and then of course you've got to fight through traffic. Oh, come on, Doug! I'm gonna have to teach you a thing or two, aren't I?
And at least then, if it's around lunchtime, and then you can just say, they had to do a lot more work. They found it weren't just a checkup in the end. They said, oh well, we've got time, so they did a full blown root canal. So I don't think I'll be back in today because my mouth's numbed out.
They've struck oil. I'm lucky. I'm full of a cold. I apologise.
It's all right. It's all right. It's going round. Going round, to be fair.
Oh, Naz is in. Good afternoon. Morning. Evening.
Good morning, Naz. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. Chris, who do you want to win this one, Cameroon, Serbia? As I say, looking at the group, Brazil top it with 3 points. Switzerland in second with 3 points. Both these teams have zero on the board and losing their first games respectively. But a win for either side here puts them well within, chances of qualification.
Yes, it does. I guess I want Cameroon, really, and that's nothing based on. I just want to see. I think there's got to be an African nation who's going to win this at some point. Don't know whether it's this World Cup or not. I remember Cameroon from the old Roger Miller days. Yeah, exactly. And whatever you say, they bring colour to the World Cup. The Ghana fans the other day, my God, I thought it was a fancy dress party. But it's great because So
the fans as well. It's the fans for me. They bring like a carnival atmosphere, don't
they? Exactly. So I'm sorry, for that reason, as much as anything, I'd like to see Cameroon, and it would be a shock, to be honest with you, because then of course Cameroon got Brazil in the last game.
So they technically really have to get something from this,
and then hope that Serbia beat Switzerland. Yeah.
But did you see that on Twitter about that game in Turkey?
No.
Have you not? Oh wow! It massively kicked off. I'm not sure who the teams were, but it honestly really did kick off. Someone had like a flare gun.
Oh, nah.
And they fired the flare towards the opposite fans. And they've had to bring an ambulance onto the pitch, get the fan out of the stand. His mouth, all you can see is just blood pouring from his face here. He's took like a chunk of his stomach out here or something like that. It looks really, really bad. He's really in a bad way. Someone's shown a picture of the actual seat that he was stood in. There's blood all over the seat, on the concrete, about 3 rows down. It's all spilled out. And while this bloke's being put into the back of this ambulance, obviously the keeper is walking towards it to make sure everyone's all right.
Yeah.
Walks towards. A fan from the side that shot the flare runs onto the pitch, grips the corner flag, runs up behind the keeper, and straight in the middle of the back of his head and on his back, goes whack with a corner flag. The keeper goes like that. He goes for a second lash at the keeper. The corner flag breaks. All security have ran onto the pitch, pulled this bloke off by this point. But it's just absolute scenes. If I can find it, I will show you afterwards. But it's an absolute bloodbath, and it's horrible. Like that for me is what ruins football.
Well, it interrupts it, certainly.
Definitely.
Good morning,
no one should go to a football game and go and not come home. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BBC. This match is being replaced by an edition of Casualty. I can't believe you said all that, and then you went, you know what? That ruins the game for me. I know shit, Sherlock. He didn't do much for the fan or the goalkeeper either.
No, that's true. That's true. Naz is in as well over on his YouTube channel, so he's come back as well. He said he's going for a Cameroon win, although Serbia have hit the post in this one as well.
Yeah.
It says, "Oh my days, where was this done?" Yeah, Turkey. I think was it Turkey? Because Gazettepe, I think, was one of the teams, or Gazettepe. I'm not sure. It sounds
Can I
like a
just say,
Turkish.
on that shot there, where he hit the post, why do defenders, right, he put his hands behind the
For a
back
minute, I
of
thought you were going to burst into song then. Why do birds suddenly appear?
But no, the shot was coming in, so the defender's got his hands behind his back, which is sensible, but then he turned side on. Now,
Yeah.
if I turn side on, I'm actually wider than I am sort of that way than I am that way. But it just went straight past him. I mean, you should be getting in the way of the bloody ball, not getting out of the way.
No.
That's why Tielemans scored the goal in the FA Cup, because the defender turned on his side.
This was it, Chris.
Little bit. Oh, let me just go large. Oh my God!
If I can zoom it in 1 second.
The following scenes may not be suitable for family viewing.
Why is it bloody?
I don't think Twitter will zoom in, will it?
No, it's just sort of. But yeah, he's clearly in a bad way. Put it that way.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed for him.
This was This was the picture from the stand.
Oh. Ooh.
This was. I'm not sure whether it'll. I don't know whether it's a video or not. I think it was a video of the flare being shot, I think, but I don't think it'll play it.
Just looking on the BBC, there's nothing on there yet.
Oh, this is it. Can you see that? You can see the keeper.
Yeah.
Let me remove that thing. Look, there's the fan. Runs straight over to the keeper. Whack. And then whacks him again. And then it all just kicks off. There's arseholes, then there's arseholes.
Yes. We've all got one, but some people's are bigger than others. I mean, as a 70s child, well, I was born in the 60s, but grew up in the 70s. Of course, I grew up with all the violence and the fighting, and when you had pens behind the goals and what have you.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we had them before. And if they're not careful, that's the reason we'll go back to them.
It is.
I know, if you're Liverpool fans, obviously you don't want that at all because of the memories and RIP to everybody there. But unfortunately, as I say, it will, people, I mean, even in this country, team buses are getting attacked and fans are running on the pitch. Let's not forget who had a go at Patrick Vieira. You're going to need armed guards to get on and off the pitch. So.
Oh, yeah, there was a situation with Emmanuel Adebayor, weren't they? And the team bus that got some of the players got shot, didn't they? And
it's just, I mean, they will bring it back and they'll say, look, if you can't, and they want safe standing to come back. I mean, I wouldn't take my kids. I mean, thankfully, by the time my kids were old enough to go and watch football, A, it was Burnley and it was a snooze fest. And B, at
the time, allegedly.
At the time, yeah, fair enough. At the time, but I wouldn't have taken my kids in the 70s. I took Kath once to a game, and my God, I never took her again.
I know, they don't half talk and ruin the football experience, do they?
Oh, ching.
I mean, I do know what you mean. As I say, Naz says, morning. Is it just me or is it still finding it weird having footy early mornings? It is. Kate says, my favourite song is number one. It's not my favourite song. I hate it. It's stuck in my head because it keeps being played.
What is it?
Cameroon, it's some song by Meghan Trainor.
Oh, right.
It's doing me head in. It's all over TikTok. Naz says, all my days, where was this? Yeah, in Turkey. Naz says, it's crazy in Turkey. Wasn't it Turkey what happened to a Liverpool fan got nabbed? Yeah, and also there was the Leeds incident at Fenerbahce as well. Galatasaray.
FIFA, they won't fine Turkey. They won't do anything. Because if it was England, we were banned from Europe, aren't we? But in Turkey, oh no.
No, exactly. I agree. It is shocking. He will definitely need a skin graft on his mouth and face, 100%. So he's going to have a couple of chunks missing out of his buttocks when he wakes up, more than likely, to sort that out. But yeah, Henry's in. It says, good morning, Dan and Chris. Good morning, Henry.
Morning,
Hope you
Henry.
are
Hope you're
well. Lazar Lazovic says, in which site can I watch this, guys? It is on RTV in the UK, but I'm sure you can find it online if you look in the right places. That's all I will say on that matter. It says, these kind of violences are destroying football and alcohol and gangs for the rest of well-behaved people who just want to watch their team play. It should be a lifetime ban from all sport.
Yes.
And I totally agree.
Yeah,
totally
definitely.
agree. Somebody put a comment in yesterday, Chris, while me and Doug were live. They put a comment in from over on Twitch saying, are you football hooligans or just normal fans? I said it depends.
We know the answer. If it's A or B, it's A, isn't it?
Well, it depends. It depends who we're playing, how much beer I've got in my system, and it depends what side of the bed I've woke up on.
Somebody asked me the other day, said, why do you, because we're talking about Wales and Scotland, and they said, why do you hate Scotland so much? And I'm like, I'm English. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it was quite funny because I did the Germany game with Reese, who is obviously part German.
Yeah.
And of course, he understands, he knows I don't hate the Germans, it's just that they always beat us. You know, that's the only reason.
So seeing their demise is always nice to watch, isn't it?
It is. But I've got to be honest with you, they deserved the point. They played well.
Yeah, they did.
I was very neutral, shall I say. Very neutral. I tell you what, there's nothing on the news on the BBC about that trouble.
Oh, they won't do. They won't do because they like to make most mole out of a, what is it? A molehill out of a something or other.
Mountain out of a molehill.
That's the one. That's the one.
You've been drinking.
I've just done that myself, made a mountain out of a molehill by not even getting my words correct.
Yeah.
Oh, great shot.
Oh, is there a match on? I forgot.
There is a match on, apparently. But that's a fantastic shot. And Milinkovic-Savic in goal saves the shot from Kunde. Real effort as well. From that angle as well, he's done well to get that shot off. But Naz says they're sad. Probably an innocent guy, just went to support his team and only this happens to him.
I actually, we had a game, and I'm going back to when we were in the Championship, and we played Doncaster, and Paul Dickoff was their manager at the time.
Oh,
it was when we got promoted. We'd already got promoted. And it's a lovely carnival atmosphere, and we're going like, because, let him score, because we didn't want Paul Dickoff's team to go down, and we were already up as champions. And at the end of the game, it came out that a Leicester player had a heart attack outside the ground, and a Doncaster Rovers fan had a heart attack inside the ground, and both unfortunately passed away. But the thing is, it did, because myself and a lady called Gail set up, and it went on for a few years, but they'd meet every year, 2 games, and the fans would, from one side, would play fans from the other side. And I know for the first game, which was held at Leicester, we had Philbert Fox, we had Alan Birchnell, the ex-player, and we even had Kevin Friend, the Premier League referee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Leicester, but he lives in Leicester, and he turned up to referee the game.
Wow.
And it really brought the two clubs together for a while. But no, you're quite right. Nobody should go to a game of football and not expect to come home.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, you'll be delighted. A little club that's near you. We did say Gary O'Neill, who was doing an interim job at Bournemouth 22 hours ago, announced as their full-time manager now.
Yes. I don't know the story behind it. The arguments are, should he have got it straight away because he was on a good run, but then it went, sour a little bit. Then it's gone good again. I mean, what have they got to lose? Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is Burnley, and this isn't a club that can afford a big name manager, that can go out and get a Jose Mourinho. So if he's doing the job, the players love him. It's only a short contract. And we know when we sack managers, we did this. We sacked Ranieri and we put Shakespeare in charge, who had been there even under Pearson, and the players loved him and they responded to him. So, yeah, well done to him. I think he deserves it.
No, he does. He does. How many times you see people go in as interim and then sort of just, don't get given the job afterwards? I think it's a bit of a...
Well, what the guy at, what's he called, at Everton, how often was he interim? The ex-player.
Oh, Duncan Ferguson.
Yeah, I mean, he was never given... I don't know whether we wanted it or not, obviously, it's the other point.
Yeah, I think he said he would have done that. That's the only reason he left Everton, to pursue an actual full-time career.
Why wasn't he given? Because whenever he went in, I don't think he did too bad. And he...
No, not it. I mean, David Unsworth, who played for Everton as well. I know he had a stint at Burnley, but he's the only player I can relate to of similar stature as a defender.
I tell you, I mean, then again, it does go wrong because you get the likes of John Carver at Newcastle.
Yeah, there is that. But
yes.
Again, Chris, somebody a little bit closer to home, like you said, Craig Shakespeare. He had the job at Leicester, didn't Craig Shakespeare?
Yes.
He had it as on an interim basis, didn't he? And then
I do. You know what I love about doing these shows with you? That you always listen to me.
I do.
I said Craig Shakespeare about 3 minutes ago.
To be fair, I was looking at the stats and I heard Nigel Pearson.
I do that all the time.
I heard Nigel Pearson. I thought, and then I thought, hold on, did Shakespeare do?
Yeah.
Apart from Romeo and Juliet and stuff, he did do an interim job at Leicester, did Shakespeare?
He did, and he was made. I mean, we were struggling. We were down at the bottom. We're still in the Champions League. Sorry about this, Henry, but his first game in charge was against Liverpool. I think we beat them 3-0.
Wow, comfortable.
And he kept us up. Man, this was, before Liverpool became, what they are now. But he kept us up. But then, he was got rid of not long after. But yeah, like Shakespeare and Pearson together were like Taylor and Clough, and
Harry and Jim.
Yeah, you and me. You and me. But then, look at them. Right.
You and me is more like Harry and Marv. More than Harry and Jim.
Well, as long as you don't say Harry and Meghan.
You'd have to be Meghan. I'm the Ginger Prince. You'd have to be Meghan.
Yes, you are.
Hey, Chris, I don't know. I suppose the shoe fits. Controversial character, anonymous. That's a boot to a goose when it comes to the royal family. But
as a man of colour, I just want to say that I won't mention that I'm a man of colour ever again, because men of colour should never mention that they are men of colour.
Or being ginger. I should not mention my disability, should I, being ginger?
No, apparently it is a disability. According to whoever it was. But
Infantino, weren't it?
Yes, that's it. 3 shots for Cameroon, 4 for Serbia. Only 1 on target so far, and that's to Cameroon. But an exciting game so far, what I've seen of it, in between fighting in Turkey.
Rene's in, watching on Twitch.
Oh, is that Rene?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rene, how are you, sir? Welcome along. He's still in India, sir?
He may well be, I'm not sure. He says, I think Leicester will go top 10 or top 7, and then says, what is your thoughts on PM Rishi Sunak? This conversation has taken a real turn.
Your fault, mate. You went out. I mean, that's politics. I'm not getting into politics.
Yeah, let's not get into that. We don't work for FIFA. We don't get a say on politics. Although if we do get that assistant job, who knows? We can speak about it in abundance. But he says he's great.
Lettuce, though.
He says he is great. Now says there, this game's getting dirty now because they're both after a win. Yeah, they're both having to go all out, all guns blazing on each other. Carl's in. Hope you're well, mate. He says, can't wait for some time off work on my break. Now, how long you got off? How long have you got off? Enjoy it, whatever you do. I'm sure I'm going to get told there's a lot of things I need to do over the next few weeks.
I believe you got your tree up already.
I know. To be fair, I say I know. I asked for Kate to put it up halfway through November. It's the kids that said do it on the 28th.
Actually,
and I said, you know what?
I'm saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Is that the one from Asda?
No, actually, Sainsbury's.
I did see one in Sainsbury's, to be fair.
It's very decent of them to advertise for Asda. But as you can see, it's only because they actually had a size big enough that fits me.
Did they find it near the camping gear, Chris? A 2-man or a 4?
Well, you wouldn't get into it, according to Kate.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Know. I just can't believe Kate, if you came walking with me, you'd lose a lot off your belly. Fancy going for spoons?
Let's go grab a Wetherspoons, and I'm off out to bring cake home.
Actually, you can't. I was tempted because I went out to have the old Barnet shave this morning, and it's right next to my favourite cafe in Poole. And I was so tempted to go in and have a full English.
Why not?
I didn't know. Because I thought I need to get back and speak to my son.
Naz says they're waiting for Chris's World Cup Bible. I know, still early for it. You've got to give the people what they want, Chris. You have to give the people what they want.
Yes. Let's do some fun facts. Pick a country, Naz. What do you want a fun fact on a country? Pick a country.
Yeah, pick a country, Naz. For a minute, I'm expecting you to come up from screen in a minute, one of them things, and you're going, pick a country, pick a colour.
Look. Ready for Christmas? Oh, hang on. Dropping me bits.
If you've got one, I will be shocked. Whose horse is that?
Who said that, quiz?
Oh, it's 1-0, Chris. It's 1-0. There has been a goal. Something to shout about.
No, stop scoring goals in the middle of our conversation, will you? That's just like, I haven't seen it. I'm behind.
It's all right. I didn't see the goal either. I just looked at the screen and there was someone kissing the grass. I thought Robbie Fowler was going for another line for a minute.
Oh, hang on, though. Hang on. Is he not? It's a good goal. It's a good goal.
Is there a bit of controversy around it?
It went, oh my God, Cameroon substitutes. They've run to the other side of the pitch.
Seen that.
Across the pitch. I think you might get into a little bit of trouble for that.
Just a bit. Is he offside, though? Is he offside when No, he's not. I don't think he is when the header comes in. That's great play at the back stick.
Good header across, and he was unmarked at the back.
Hold on a minute. Watch the other replay. It comes off the head of a Serbian defender as well. So technically, does that mean he is offside? Is he not offside?
Well, he's not. If it comes off the head of a Serbian, doesn't that make him onside?
I think so, yeah. I think it will be checked and probably analysed.
I mean, it will be checked. All the goals are, but no. If it comes off a defender, that's onside.
Good. You know that it's been given. It has been given.
Yeah.
You know what? That's good attacking intent there from a defender. To have that knack and ability to think, you know what, I'm just going to peel off and at the back stick, unmarked. Great goal for John Charles Castelletto. Great finish. And Cameroon take the lead. Rene's still talking about Leicester. It's all he goes on about when he comes in here, to be fair. The only good thing that's come out of Leicester was Owen finished.
You know, Rene. There are channels that do Leicester.
I didn't realise that Owen was from Leicester until Chris Miles said yesterday that Owen's not too bad for a Leicester fan.
Yeah, because we're all going round because nobody knew if you supported Leicester or not. But well done, Serbia. Oh, sorry, Serbia. Well done, Cameroon, I mean.
Naz wants a Croatian stat. However, Serbia are coming forward. Great defending.
So, for Christmas quizzes, I've got, like I say, where in the world?
PC World.
Who said that?
Me, just then.
For you and Kate, date it.
I did do. I cattle prodded 24
And
for
then-
something on her half cheek.
TV and film quiz.
Oh, look, you have been busy.
Well, they were on offer at Sainsbury's, weren't they? You want a Croatian fact?
Croatian fact is what it is. What Naz is after.
Fine,
And then he says, "Oh my days, we missed the goal. Sorry, my fault."
Yeah, it was Naz. Croatia.
Oh, one of the substitutes has been booked. Christian Basagog. Not entirely sure why, but one of the Cameroonian substitutions has been booked.
Is there another country you'd like, Naz? No, I haven't got that one. You've fucking picked one that I haven't got. Tell you what, you can have Serbia. Well, do we have Serbia? Because Serbia are playing. Let's have Serbia, eh?
Why not?
Oh, hang on a minute. No. Hang on a minute. I found Croatia. I have found Croatia. Should have gone to Specsavers. Right, here we go then. Fun fact, Croatia for Naz. This will take your viewers down. Luka Modric scored the fastest penalty ever in the UEFA European Championship history. His 4th-minute strike was the only goal of Croatia's first-round victory against go-host Austria.
Oh. I do know their all-time goal scorer is it Davor Suker?
Go on, then. You're going to have to get this right because I've got the page open here at Croatia.
I think it's Davor Suker. I think he got around about 40, 45 goals, something like
that. Okay, their top scorer for Croatia is Davor Suker, who got 45 goals.
Hey!
He's got Google open, guys. He's got Google open.
I wish I did. Well, I do, just to keep tabs on. Well, I've got Twitter open, but
Cameroon player down now.
It's not giving me Croatian facts.
Oh no, that wasn't a foul. That was him because he tried to jump over the defender.
Just showing the goal again.
Goal, if anything.
Just showing the goal again. It's definitely onside. Definitely onside.
Oh no, I'm just looking at this foul now. I mean, it wasn't a foul, but it must have hurt because he jumped up to go over the player, but he jumped up too early. You know, and he landed, caught the player as he went down, but he landed down on his foot, if you like that, and that could have hurt like this. Yes, it came off.
Ball played in. Cameroon with a second chance. And cleared away.
You must be ahead of me.
I'm on 34, 38.
Yeah, you're about half a minute ahead of me.
Just a little insight into Cameroon's goal as well, as it did come from a set piece. Each of Cameroon's last 3 World Cup goals have come via set pieces, 2 corners and 1 penalty, which is as many as in their first 16 goals in the competition, with 1 penalty, 1 goal from a throw-in and 1 from a free kick. Let's see what the chat are saying. No, there was definitely no Google for a Croatian stat. I could tell you that. I just know Davor Suker is. In fact, I think it got mentioned. I think it got mentioned the other day ahead of the game, ahead of the Croatia game against Canada. Yeah, Naz says there, Cameroon turning up the gears now after that wanting that second goal. English Keyways is in. He says, do people not support Cristiano Ronaldo anymore in England? For me, I'll be honest, and Chris will vouch for the fact that we are 2 people who like to basically say it as it is. For me, Ronaldo, good on him for doing the interview, because, you know, why not speak the truth? I totally agree what he's done. Speaking the truth is right. However, I think it's all about timing, and his timing was off. He's employed by Manchester United. Do not slander the club while you are there. Retire and slag them to high hell, maybe. But while you are currently an employee there, while you are currently a footballer with a voice, and I understand that that's probably why you thought that's the best time to do it, while I'm relevant, more than, you know, not retired. But there is a time and a place to do it. And also, of all people you could go to give an interview, you went to Piers bloody Morgan. So I suppose that's another little stab. But I don't blame him for speaking out. I just think his motive for doing it and his timing is wrong. His motive was to get out of the club.
No, his motive
that was his motive.
Yeah. It's about him. Everything he does is about him. The guy is a total wanker with a capital W. I hope he comes on for Portugal in the second game and breaks his leg and he ends his career. I can't stand the guy because at the end of the day, like you said, Man United pay his wages. And it's like, you know, it's like going on social media and slagging your company off. You don't do it, you know. But he's not bothered. He thinks he's bigger than he is. He thinks the game revolves around him. He is Man United. Bollocks, he's not.
No, he's not.
Fernandes is a better player than he is now. Bugger off. Go back to Portugal or to America, who are desperate for you. America would love you. But I think you're going to go to Saudi, which possibly sums him up. I mean, he didn't even turn up for the first game for Portugal. He didn't even know he was on the pitch. But apparently he did turn up, but he left 20 minutes early to go down the tunnel to avoid the traffic. The guy is an absolute 100% plonker. And I think if you speak to any Man United fan or the majority of Man United fans at the moment, they are glad to see the back of him. No.
I mean, I do agree with what Naz is saying to an extent. It's not fair how they treated Ronaldo, to be honest. Looks like they suffer from amnesia. They've forgotten already what he did. Yes, be peed off with him, but not enough to bring him down like that. And it is all about opinions. And like I said, I think he's got every right to say and speak up about how he feels he has been treated. But it's not just him that said it. You know, Mourinho came out and said about how his greatest achievement was finishing second with Manchester United. Because if you saw how much of a shitstorm it was at the club, you know, you'll realise how much of an achievement that was. Not just that, but Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, but you're naming players here that are not. They're all big heads. We're bigger than the clubs we play for.
Yeah, but they're coming out saying that they've joined Manchester United, thinking that they
joined Man. Everybody knows what Manchester United were like when they joined. They went there for the money. Ronaldo went there because he couldn't get a job anywhere else. Nobody.
Well, he wasn't. Him. Well, no, Ronaldo went there the second time. He went there as a youngster. But he went there
because Man City didn't want him.
No, City wanted him.
No, they didn't.
City wanted him.
No,
City wanted him. He was going to go until he received a phone call from Sir Alex Ferguson. And Sir Alex Ferguson said to him, do not tarnish your reputation by making that move to Man City. Come back to Manchester United.
It depends which story, I suppose, you read. And there are a lot of different stories out there. Pep didn't want him because he knew he wouldn't add anything to the team because he's got bigger players there than he is. And Manchester United couldn't let him go there anyway. I mean, you know, what... Nobody else wanted him. I mean, you know, he'd left whatever club he was at because they couldn't afford to pay him. Was it Juventus? Nobody wanted him. And that's why he came back to Man United. He knew, I mean, you know, you've got to look at Man United's recent history and go, are they going to be Champions League title challengers? Of course they're bloody not. But, you know, they're going to offer me a lot of money. They'll give me my number 7 shirt back. And yes, he's had a career record. I agree. When he was there the first time, Naz, honestly, brilliant player. Deserves everything he gets.
Hope you are well.
He deserves everything he gets for that first time he was there. But he is paid very handsomely by the club to do that job. They don't owe him anything else at all. You know, he's paid money. They go and do the job, and that's the end of it. This time. I mean, he's attacking Everton fans and smashing the mobile phones.
That is bang out of order. That I don't agree with. I think that that is, like you said, an egotistical thing.
Yeah,
And
walking off before the end of the game and going down the tunnel.
yeah, there is elements to him where I all may end up and say, yeah, he does come across as an arrogant, arsehole, and that's not probably strong enough. But
bringing down Rooney in the World Cup and then winking because he got him sent off.
I do agree. I do agree. No, I do agree with you. There is things he's done. But we say that, but then you look at I'm a Celeb, Matt Hancock going against his own advice, with politics and stuff. But then he's still third in a popularity competition, basically. Look
who he was up against. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Look at Eric Cantona at Man United, kung fu the bloody fan, and yet he's still revered there. So yeah, I do get it, but let's not make this guy to be something he's not.
No.
Look at Messi and how he conducts himself.
Well, again, Messi might be off to America as well, might he? Yeah? Apparently, he's linked with going to Beckham's into Miami, same as Spain's Sergio Busquets as well.
To be honest with you, it's a rest home for the elderly in America.
It is. There has been a few players that have gone to America and come back, though. I mean, Thierry Henry went to New York Red Bulls, ended up coming back to Arsenal for a stint. The only person that didn't end up going to America towards the end of their career was Sol Campbell. He went to Notts County, played one game, and ended up back at Arsenal.
That was a bit of. I remember Sven and Casper at Notts County.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, the thing is, he's a divisive character. Let's just say that with Ronaldo.
Yeah, he is.
And it's all about opinions. I don't know if my story's right, your story's right.
Oh no, it's media for you, isn't it?
Yeah. There's only I thought Cameroon.
It's like when they say I noticed it with media the other day. Because it showed Mark Tyndall come out of I'm a Celeb, and him and Zara Phillips in an embrace, and they're saying, Zara goes to greet Mark on the bridge, and it was a great reunion. But then there was also another article regarding Matt Hancock cuddling up with Gina, saying, "Oh look, history repeating itself," bringing up the picture of them two in the office. And basically slandering him, even though he's just come out of a jungle experience, exactly like everyone else. And that's the negative side of media, isn't it? Where I mean, if they've not learned from the Caroline Flack incident, then
it's not just Caroline Flack.
Well, no, there's a lot of people that it's happened to, but
yes, indeed, the old phone tapping and everything.
That is true. Nas says there they might end up on the same team, Messi and Ronaldo. And I says Serbia living dangerously. Henry's asking, Chris, if you need a guest for tomorrow's England game.
I'm all right for that one, Henry, but get in touch. Drop me a line on one of my videos on YouTube, and we'll look at maybe something for next week. I've got some more games coming up next week. So
Henry said the other day, Chris, as well, because obviously Liverpool won in the women's, and Henry says in the next round of the cup that he wants Leicester.
I think you've got in the ladies. I think you're in the same group as us in the ladies' cup. If it's the Continental Cup, I think.
Could be.
I tell you what, Henry. If you get Leicester ladies, you're going to win. I mean, they are awful. They are awful.
6 minutes, Chris. 6 minutes added on to this first half.
That's fair enough. I forgot there was a game going on. But thank you for offering, Henry. But to be honest with you, I planned them quite a way in advance. So what we'll have to do is have a get together, have a chat about future games.
It's 1-1, Chris.
It is.
It is 1-1. 6 minutes has just been added on, and Serbia have grabbed an equaliser. If you are Rigobert Song, you are going to have to rip up your halftime notes, because you are going to be giving a completely different team talk now. Pavlovic, another defender.
Another header.
The equaliser has come for the Serbians.
And I've got to be honest with you, it's probably no more than they deserve.
No, I agree. They have been putting on a lot of pressure towards this the end of this first half, and it has, that free kick, the perseverance, ball just floated in there. Great header, good jump, beats Anguissa, headed to perfection, keeper beaten. Nothing you can do about an header like that.
What do you think about all? Oh, yeah, he's tried to beat Reading. I know. To be honest with you, we're going down this season. We are going down. We only just stayed up last season. And I think it's good for everybody else in the Premier League because it means that you can all stay up and have another season. Because you had a great start. You beat Chelsea on the first day. I know it's not gone swimmingly since, but no.
You can play as Leicester women on FIFA now, Chris.
Is there?
Yeah, they've added the WSL into FIFA 23.
Oh.
So there's all the teams from there you can play as. Wow. They've all got the game faces in as well, so they actually all look like them. But next year, Chris, I don't think they'll be in it.
You're an Indian giver, you aren't you?
Yeah.
Give with one hand, take away with the other. Interesting fact number 2056. Serbia have had 32 dangerous attacks. I don't know how they class that. 11 for Cameroon.
Yeah, as I said, dangerous attacks are when they're in the opposite, like not far off the box. Serbia with another chance. Shot 2-1. Oh, Serbia have turned the game on its head.
Sergej they were on top.
Savage.
Savage? He's not playing, is he?
Savage.
Oh, sorry. Oh, look, the Cameroon defender trying to be clever. Tries to kick it over his head. Loses the ball. Oh, a shot from outside the box. A lot of those this World Cup have not been going in. But that one has. Serbia back on top.
Sometimes there's moments that can change a game. You can go 1-0 down and all of a sudden, everything has to change and it works in your favour. Sometimes it can be just hitting the post and all of a sudden, the lights come on and they get it right. To be fair, looking at the shot, Chris, it looks like a bit of a weak shot. Not.
Does it take a deflection, possibly?
Yeah, let's have a look back now. He's just hitting it. No deflection. Keeper gets an hand to it, but he's not strong enough.
It's that overhead kick from the Cameroon defender that drops them in it.
Yeah.
That left foot shot. Let's have I thought it took a deflection, but possibly not.
No, it touches the keeper's glove, but it's not strong enough. Not strong enough.
Goes through two Cameroon defenders. Is it again? I mean, I'm sorry, right? That Cameroon defender there, he turned his back on the ball and leant to the side. Put your bloody body in front of the ball. Oh, my God. Norman Hunter would be turning in his grave if he's dead. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he might be.
What is... You're a defender, right?
Yeah.
To not turn your... if you're facing the player, you've got a wide part of your body. Like I say, I'm as wide that way, so it doesn't affect me. But most people, when they turn that way, they're thinner. So you're giving them sort of a bigger area to shoot at.
Oh!
And then he went down.
Mitrovic nearly tried to kill the game off in the first half.
Serbia are enjoying this dominance at the moment, aren't they?
Oh, just a bit too much. Half-time can't come quick enough for Cameroon. English Kiwi says, I'm from Colombia. I root for Luis Diaz, the great Lucho, the man who's now at Liverpool.
I used to love that. What was that Colombian with all the hair?
Oh, that Valderrama.
Yeah. Oh, and I got to say, Colombia, come on. Who remembers the old scorpion kick?
Oh, yes.
Class that was. I said class, lad.
To be fair, he could have saved it with his hands, but just thought, nah, I'll pretend to be a Power Ranger and come up with some random move.
It was a friendly, I think, wasn't it? So it didn't really matter, but fair dues to.
I forgot what it were called now. Was that it? Yeah, Faustino Asprilla.
No,
No, I'm going to say
he was a striker, played for Newcastle, didn't he?
see, Rennie Higuita.
Henry, I'll check that. It's okay. To be honest with you, there's with the Facebook, the questions are just there because it does highlight people who. Let me just say, there's people on Facebook that are not who they say they are, in as much as, you know, they'll put the answers down as yes, 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 and you know that they're only there, and then you say you allow them in, and then 2 minutes later they're putting posts up about witch doctors and praying and all that. So you end up kicking them out anyway. But I will have a look, Henry. I will have a look.
Yeah, that's who it were, Chris. Rennie Higuita.
Yes, it was. That was amazing. Moments like that.
Luka Jovic has gone into the book as well. Yellow card for Luka Jovic. 3 of Serbia's 7 World Cup goals as an independent nation have come from free kicks, either direct or indirect.
God, look at these. I love these African fans. They're so colourful. I mean, I know the kits are colourful, so that helps, but I just love that and the Ghana ones the other day. Yeah. I love it. They just bring a great atmosphere to the game, don't they?
Who was that one? Was it Jamaica or Nigeria that had that like green sort of? I can't remember what kit it was. I'll have to have a look to see if I can share it on the screen. I'm not sure. Was it Nigeria? Yeah, Nigeria have had 2 kits that are a little bit.
Oh, it's half time.
It is indeed. Let's see. Yeah, Nigeria's kit. This was one of them. This was one of them when it loads up.
Oh my God! Yes,
that were a funky kit.
I like that.
And then they had one quite similar where it was just like a white line down the middle.
White lines.
That says, was it Gary Neville's free kick Higuita saved?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't think it matters who did. I mean, the save was just amazing on its own.
A lot of people bought that top. Yeah, they did. Because
we had a couple of players. Because we had Inacho, who obviously we still got. We had Musa, that was Nigerian.
Yeah.
I think Ndidi, is he Nigerian as well? I think he may be.
Wilfred Ndidi. Yeah, he's Nigerian.
Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, so of course Musa's gone now. There's another one like Kramaric that got away, unfortunately.
Do you think Islam Slimani got much of a chance at Leicester as well?
I would absolutely think not, because we sold him like 12 months ago.
No, but I'm on about like when you had him, did he get much of a chance at Leicester?
Sorry, I thought you were being sarcastic then. Say, come on, you're testing me. No, he didn't. In fairness, he was bought, and when after we won the Premier League, we kind of did go a bit silly. Ranieri went and bought some players that maybe weren't up to it. He was an old-fashioned centre forward. He'd head the goals. You know, he always liked a goal against Porto, is it? Or one of the he plays for Porto and likes to score against Lisbon or vice versa. And he came on for in a Champions League game, and first thing he scored against them in the same group. So he didn't get a chance, but Vardy just wasn't injured in that season, and he was just, you know, how could you drop Vardy?
Nah, yeah,
and
totally
it's completely different. You know, it's very much like Inacho and Slimani are not Vardy type players.
No.
So you can't play them up the front on their own. He's the sort of guy, Slimani, put the ball in and he'll head it in for you. He's good, what you would call, I know he's not English, but no, he didn't get a chance. Musa didn't get a chance. He scored 4 goals. Yeah. See you in a bit, Henry. He scored 2 goals against Barcelona in the friendly, in the whatever league game thing it was before International Cup or something it was. And he scored 2 against Barcelona, and then he never got a chance, and they stuck him out on the wing, and yet he's a bloody striker. So, no, I mean, there's a lot of players that you bring in that when you've got a player like Jamie Vardy, it's difficult to drop him. And he actually sort of suited the way we played at that time, Vardy, you know.
Yeah.
Slimani, we bought him for 30 million and we let him go for nothing.
And you wonder why you're skint now.
Not skint. Don't start that. Don't start that.
Well, English Kiwi says there, here it is 5:57 a.m. in Bogota, Colombia, which is very, very early indeed, which at that time I'd just be rubbing my eyes, think, right, I'm going to treat myself to a good old morning piss, which, to be fair, I'm going to treat myself to an half-time piss, which leads us perfectly on to joining us for the second half soon enough. I didn't realise I was commentating out in Qatar.
What?
John Hartson's there, isn't he? But we will have a look back and speak about that first half when we are back. And we should be back in about roughly 5 minutes, probably just a bit less because time is knocking on for the second half.
I'm older than you. My piece take longer.
Well, you've got to make sure that the Zimmer frame's, not catching on the door.
I know, and you don't want to wee over the Zimmer frame handle, do you?
Just hang it over at top and up at best. We'll be back soon with the second half and the stats from that first half. Join us then. And we are back. As I say, Chris may be joining us again shortly. I know he's just come back to his system, but he's enjoying his brew. He's having a sit down. He's getting comfortable. Why not? Let's have a look at that first half then. Cameroon did look like they were certain to be heading into that half-time with the lead. But stoppage time goals from Pavlovic and Milinkovic-Savic turned the score in Serbia's favour. Mitrovic has missed 2 golden opportunities, but it was Rigobert Song's side that broke the deadlock. It came through Castelletto, who arrived at the back post to slam home Tolo's corner into the net from close range. Kunde then had an attempt saved before Serbia netted twice in quick succession. Pavlovic scored the equaliser, heading in Tadic's deep free kick before Milinkovic-Savic curled in a superb second from outside the box. I mean, Chris, I know we've chatted everything but football on this, but, you know, I will try and keep talking while you get to the end of that. But if you do finish it, just remember, mate, that's a meal for camp. However, it's been a good, interesting first half, hasn't it? Very end-to-end. You're on mute.
That's it. Yeah.
Would it not let you unmute?
No, you put me on mute.
Ah, right. I thought you could unmute it from your side. I do apologise.
No, I think because you put me on, because I've tried that and it doesn't always work. No, because you put me on mute. You bugger. Well, no, in fairness, it was, you know, for the break. So, yeah, we did have a lot of talking over that. I think there was a game of football broke out in the middle of it all. Probably better than we appreciate. I mean, got to be honest with you, Serbia have had 56 attacks in that game, 33 of which were dangerous. They've had 8 shots, 2 of which were on target, obviously both of them going in the net. You could almost say if they hadn't conceded that goal, it was the perfect half for them. Yeah.
I mean, not taking anything away from Cameroon, you know, they did provide early pressure to the Serbs, taking that 1-0 lead. Great goal, great header to the back stick, unmarked. And it was well deserved at the time. It's just showing it back now on the on the old telly box. It's just saying that. Also, in fact, it's showing why the substitute got booked. So I'm wondering what happened. He sort of jumps in amongst everybody else.
I must be further behind. I've gone on to showing the goal now for me.
Yeah, if you look, it shows why you got a yellow, but that's a strange one because
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, he has
I don't
run
get
all
this.
over.
I don't get this. Why are the subs and everyone all running all the way over the pitch?
I said that though, didn't I?
Yeah.
I
mean, look at the Serbia goal. Look at the Serbia goal. They run from one end of the pitch to the other.
Yeah, but they didn't go on to the. Did they go onto the pitch?
Watch it. Watch it.
Oh,
honestly.
Yeah, no, they did. No, they'd done exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
The problem, in fairness, not all of them. Some of them were like, "Oh, should we? Shouldn't we?" You know, like when do I invade the pitch at the end of a match?
It's a bit like end of the season, isn't it? Everyone's running up pitch, and you're like, if I go try and run on, the security going to try and stop me.
Please stay off the pitch at the end of the game so that the players can do a lap of honour. Bugger it, ain't gonna happen.
Ah, sod it.
But I don't. That's wrong. That should not be allowed. Managers have a box to stay in. Substitutes do not come onto the field of play.
Yeah, I can understand if he's ran over to the substitutes.
Yeah, that is different.
That's fair enough. But the fact that they've ran opposite end of the pitch and they've gone, oh shit, we'll come with you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's off the pitch, isn't it? You know, if they run over to the subs, that's all off the pitch or just slightly on it. So, but then again, can you blame Serbia when Cameroon have done it?
Exactly, but that's what it goes back to for that yellow card for me. Like, why has only one of the Cameroonian players got a yellow card when everybody else did exactly the same thing? It's.
I suppose unless he was making, an example of him. Now, come on, children, you've all been naughty, but this is what happened to you. If you don't
the rest of you are next.
In lessons.
We are back underway for this second half. Serbia managed to turn this game on its head just before the break.
Henry, can I just say that's not breakfast, isn't it? That's brunch.
Yeah, it is brunch, definitely. Rigobert Song, can he get a fine tune out of this Cameroon side? See what I did there? See what I did there?
They'll be singing in the streets of Qatar if they do. Maybe they'll get some Qatar accompaniment. Bit of Jeff Beck. I still laugh.
Thank you for tuning in.
I still laugh that I got dug out on that one. I did say Carlos Santana in fairness, so he did probably think.
Well, Anthony got him as well yesterday on mine because obviously we were doing the Germany-Spain game. Yeah. And he said at the end, my man of the match would be Footleg Boat, did Anthony. And obviously Doug at first sort of had that look of what you on about, and then went, and then he went, and then it was almost like a you bastard moment, like you, Chris, Anthony, you always take the mick out of me.
Oh yeah, he does keep a joke going, does our Anthony?
He does. He's a sort of bloke who puts a towel under the tap and wrings it till it's dry.
Oh yes. But having said that, it was a funny joke.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
I'm not going to deny it.
Can I just say a massive thank you to everyone who's been showing support during this World Cup. I really do appreciate all that love and support. If you could turn it into something useful for this channel, we are trying to grow. If you can, please subscribe and drop a like on the video as it asks you to do there. It's only two little things. I'm not even bothered about whether you enable notifications, tomato with that one. But the two main ones I would love you guys to do is like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please do show your support. And at the end of the video, if you do want to go back to this video as well, Chris's details I'm going to put in at the end, so you can go and support Chris and everything he does over on Leicester Till I Die.
Thank
but
you,
Chris,
sir.
I know it's halfway through the game, but again, please do shout your socials out again.
Oh, thank you. Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube, at Leicester TID on Twitter, Leicester Till I Die on most other things, or LTID. But guys, what Dan said there, liking the video is, you think it's nothing, but it does. What it does, it puts the channel onto people's home pages that don't follow you. So when if you follow, say, or you subscribe to 50 channels, and they'll all come up on your home page when you load it up. But sometimes you get one or two and you think, oh, yeah, I'll have a look at that. I've not seen that before. That's what the likes does to a channel. And then somebody else might just subscribe. So liking is just as important. So please like this video, even if you don't like Dan. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't understand that. but at least like the video, guys.
Oh, appreciate it. I say we are trying our best. We are trying to bring you content, and do our best for you guys. If there's anything that you think we could maybe do, improve the channel, anything that I am open to what you guys can want to see. Let me know as well.
We try different things all the time. Sometimes they work.
Yeah.
My history is full of shows that are just one shows because they just didn't work when we did them live.
It's all about timing as well, isn't it? It's all about timing with it.
That lasted one show, but then the couple did split up. So it was a little bit. I think maybe I should stay away from that. Blues and Twos. Do you remember Blues and Twos?
Yes, I do. Naz says, welcome, guys. I enjoy your channel, mate. No, I really appreciate it. Really do. And Naz says, will do, guys. And I do try to put a like on your channels. Really do appreciate that, Naz. Rene's decided to come back, but via YouTube this time, like an imposter, trying to pose as two different people. But we know it's you. But hope you are well as well. Again, I can't wait for the 20th of December against MK Dons.
You knew there was going to be a Leicester comment coming soon when you saw him
coming. Oh, yes, of course. 50 minutes on the clock. Serbia 2-1 up in this fixture. Neither side being able to control the ball in the opening few minutes, and both have elected to go long with their passes. But Serbia do come forward. It's just that both teams are applying really good defensive pressure. So
Cameroon aren't out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, no.
But they need to try and get a foothold into the game at the moment. It is Serbia are ahead, obviously. I'm doing a Michael Owen here. Yeah, I mean, great pressure there from Cameroon. Serbia guy defender nearly lost it just outside the box. But Cameroon need to get that next goal. I know I'm sounding like Michael Owen and stating the bloody obvious, but they're not out of it. But they've got to start taking control. They've got to have that 10-15 minutes of sustained pressure and make it count.
No, I agree. Doug says that Anana has left Qatar altogether. So he's not just left the Cameroon squad, he has returned back to his club. Doug says, saw the 2 goals. That keeper replacement is not great. And Rene says, we are signing the next Virgil van Dijk in January. Fair enough. Naz says, they're not though, Chris. Looks like they've already made up their minds on going home early. Hopefully I'm wrong.
No, I'm not saying they no, but they've got to, but they aren't doing. That's what I'm saying. You're quite right, Naz. But you just don't know, do you? This World Cup, there's so much wrong with this World Cup. We know that. And I'm not going to, bring that up again because it's been said many, many times and often enough by everybody. But what I'm loving about this World Cup is the total unpredictable. Let me get my teeth in. Unpredictability of it. You just don't know.
3-1, Chris. Sorry, 3-1. I worked. Quick off, but Fulham's Alexander Mitrovic has grabbed the third. And to be fair, the subs haven't ran onto the pitch. Mitrovic has ran over to the subs this time.
I think maybe they got a little bit of a telling off at half time. But I'm still looking at a free kick here. I've not seen the goal yet. It's repeating. It's saying the same thing about 4 times. I think it's my Fire Stick rather than ITV.
But it is
5
3-1.
times. Showing it 5 times. Should we go for a 6th?
It's just showing it. Bad defending and pissing around by Cameroon. Mitrovic comes forward, plays it out wide, gets it again, played across, played back in there, and it's just a simple tapping for him. Simple tapping.
I have not seen. I'm back now. They've kicked off. I haven't seen the goal because my one stream was just literally repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Is this a...
To be fair, it was a tapping, but it wasn't.
Again. No, they have just shown it again. Thank you, ITV. Simple goal. I've got to be honest with you, Serbia given the freedom of the box.
They were indeed. But Mitrovic bags. Mitrovic has bagged on the World Cup stage. Cameroon 1, Serbia 3. As Kate said there, hit the likes, guys. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, so you can like us on all those platforms. So please do.
Hello, Miss Musgrove.
Now says something has changed with Cameroon, guys. Like they took the foot off the gas a little bit and they're playing lazy football. They are about to make a substitution, you dirty bugger. And it is that Vincent Abubakar that's coming on?
You asking me?
Hongler has gone off, and it is Vincent Abubakar has come on for Cameroon. When Naz says, who's that's left Cameroon squad? Onana, the goalkeeper, for Cameroon's #1 goalkeeper, has left.
I just want to go back to that goal. Mitrovic, I mean, not just Mitrovic. I mean, they were passing it around the penalty box like it was midfield. But there was a defender behind Mitrovic, or there's a Serbian player down. There was a defender behind him, but he got all the time in the world. He wasn't being picked up. You know, it was like watching Leicester. You know, there was just totally nobody picking him up. And I'm thinking, like, these are supposed to be the 32 best teams in the world. And we're talking basics here. Maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know.
That's true. Another Mitrovic has entered the field of play. Pavlovic has come off. He wasn't best pleased at coming off either. No. And Cameroon have just had a chance goal begging. Choupo-Moting as well couldn't get on the end of Brian Mbuemo's free kick. And Serbia live to fight another day. But with that 2-goal advantage, Chris, you'd like to say that, you know what, the turnaround from Serbia in this game has been remarkable.
Yeah, and it's the signs of a good team when you do that. You know, you look at all the big teams, you know, Germany, prime example. You know, you can't write Germany off because there's always slow starters in the competition. We didn't even make contact with the ball, did he there? You know, and, you know, maybe we've all underestimated Serbia. I don't know, you know. But Cameroon letting themselves down here. They really are. Serbia now, they're just going to dominate. They've got nearly 3 times as many dangerous attacks. And that kind of says it all. Shots, I mean, Cameroon have had 7, Serbia 9, so that's pretty close. Possession is as close as, you know, damn it is to swearing. But I can't. The Cameroon, I can't see them. They're not going to come back from this.
No, I don't think so.
Not unless somehow they suddenly start playing like I was going to say Argentina, but maybe not.
It's like you said, though, Chris, Serbia have had, I think, was it 9 attempts you mentioned, but only 3 on target, and all 3 that have been on target have ended up in the back of the net.
Yes, exactly. I think England, when we played Iran, we only had 7 or 7 shots, 6 on target, but they'd all gone in. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the main stat is 1 goal for Cameroon, 3 for Serbia. And I love looking at stats, and you can make stats say anything you want. We know politicians do that all the time. But I'm just watching the game here, and obviously we're watching it a bit more intently than maybe we did the first half. But
Rene bringing it back to Leicester again, hoping Madison's picked over Mount so that he can play against Danny Ward. Well, put it one way, you'll see Danny Ward because Hennessy's banned. So at least you'll see a Leicester player playing tomorrow, Rene. Don't worry. How about we just pick the best team we can put out to win? If it includes Madison, it includes Madison. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Take your blue tinted spectacles off, sir. Take them off.
Rene, in all fairness, mate, I mean, I'm a Leicester fan, obviously. You may have noticed. I love Leicester, but we're not...
Really?
Really. The odd comment is fine, but, this is a World Cup chat. This is a World Cup watch-along. Dan hasn't mentioned Burnley, which is a first, but, in fairness, he hasn't.
Still time.
Yeah. But I mean, I've mentioned company once, but let's keep it to the. We go off topic. I know we do, but let's try and keep it about maybe the World Cup and fighting in Turkey.
Well, it won't be long before we are fighting over Turkey, will it? And Christmas Day around the corner. I do love that. What my mum used to make, leftover turkey. She'd break it up, put it with make like a turkey and leek pie on Boxing Day.
Oh, turkey and leek! No. Oh, that's why I left your mum. She cooked some weird stuff.
It's because she got older and her turkey started leaking. It's an old people's thing. It's an old people's thing. However, that said, Rene says, "Okay, Dan, Chris."
I didn't go there, mate. Even I. Oh, respect your mother, for God's sake.
I know. I said to her today when I went and did school run this morning, because she was stood there. She does the lollipop foot road where school is. So when I went over, I said, "Whoa." I said, "What you doing with that?" She went, "What do you mean?" I said, "You walking around with a giant lollipop. You've just found out you got diabetes. Doctors see you with that. They'll have you."
Oh, well, I guess it's better than walking the streets, isn't it?
True. Lady of the night.
Can anybody in the chat see Cameroon getting back into this? Because as I say, I can't.
No, I can't. To be fair with you. I mean, Alexander Mitrovic has now scored 7 goals in his last 6 international appearances for Serbia.
Yeah.
With his first World Cup goal since netting against Switzerland in 2018.
Just saying that, though, Dan, Cameroon, just as I said that, they lose it. But Cameroon were having a little bit of pressure then, but they've lost it now to Serbia. Serbia don't need to do anything now. Serbia can just...
they've got that 2-goal cushion. They've got that 2-goal cushion.
Yeah, exactly. They're in control. They're on top. And this is as comfortable as it can ever get. And no game's ever over until the final whistle. But, it's...
I think I wanted Cameroon to win it. I'm not going to lie.
No, I did.
But you did. I think a few in the chat did as well. But Cameroon shot from a Akambe, saved by Milinkovic-Savic.
I mean, last night I wanted Spain to beat Germany. Not only because I like to see, it's Morocco or whoever go through and Germany go out, and I don't like Germany, but at the end of the day, I had to. I just think I've just seen the shot you were on about. Yeah. delayed reaction. Normally it's the other way around, but it's delayed reaction at the moment. That's what I was going to say. But Germany deserved it. Germany played well, and sometimes you just got to say, I wanted Cameroon, but you can't say that they deserve this. Serbia deserve this.
They do. Nas says there, unless they do some witchcraft or black magic voodoo madness, they've got no chance.
Let's get a bit of little mix in and a bit of black magic.
It's in. Is he offside? Oh, he's offside. Vincent Abubakar loves the goalkeeper. And it bounces in, but it's ruled out for offside. Cameroon nearly with a glimmer of getting back into it. But let's have a look. Ball comes over the top.
Oh, he's offside.
Yeah, he's definitely. In fact, is it the top half of his body?
He looked to be miles offside.
I'm looking at his foot, and where the defender is on the far side. They've given it. I said they would. His foot.
Actually, no, there's a player on the far side, wasn't there?
Yeah, his foot's there, and there's a goal. It's there. You know what? That is a great goal. Habil, see ya.
I haven't seen many people chip the goalkeeper. Now, do you want me to get rid of Habil there? He's posting links.
I've just blocked him.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay, mate. Sorry, I can't do it on here because I'm in the chat. I was just loading up another screen.
No, it's all right. I just blocked him. So, don't want to bring his comment up. I wanted to delete it. You idiot.
I've just blocked him, but let me just show you what he said.
Yeah, these are the type of arseholes that enter live streams and decide to ruin it by telling you all to piss off to theirs.
Yes,
but that was a good goal. He's loved Milinkovic Savic, and it is 3-2. It wasn't offside. I did say that there was a strong case for it.
I think when I saw it, they didn't show the players behind.
Yeah.
He looked miles offside. But
as they say in darts, though, Chris, as they say in the darts, it's game on.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly the same thing. Game on. Just after I said I couldn't see Cameroon getting back into this. Typical. If it had gone in, it'd have been a goal.
It would. 3-2 Serbia.
From a neutral's point of view, fantastic.
It is a fantastic game.
Well, how does Serbia react though now? Do they? I can't see them wanting to hold on to this. I think they've got to go for a fourth, haven't they?
Well, Cameroon coming forward again. They have a chance. Played to the back stick. Choupo-Moting. 3-3.
No.
It's 3-3. Great ball across by Vincent Abubakar. And Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, Cameroon's captain, equalisers.
Was he offside?
What a game. That's why I'm not changing it yet, because I think it's going to be looked at. You know what? What did I say earlier? Can Rigobert's song get a fine tune out of this Cameroon side? It seems he may well be doing.
I have a feeling that one might be.
There was a little hint that I was thinking he might be. Abubakar might be offside.
Yeah.
Abubakar might be offside. He's definitely behind the ball as Choupo-Moting, but is Abubakar offside in the build-up?
Oh, God, that was about to have a heart attack in the crowd.
So they've not showing the Abubakar, but they're just showing the goal. But is it actually going to be given?
No, he's onside. I would say that was onside because they're both on the edge of the stripes, and that's a good thing about having the stripes on, is that the number 10 was onside, and the other guy, the guy that scored it, was behind them anyway. I think that's a goal. I think he's going to be a goal.
They're still showing all the goal celebrations. So I'm guessing it has been given. The referee's has not questioned it. To be fair, it's just gone back to Choupo-Moting. No, it's a legal goal. It is legally been given, and Cameroon have made a substitution. The player that got booked for celebrating the first goal has just come onto the pitch.
Let's hope he doesn't get another booking.
Now says, "Oh my God, Chris should have put a bet." 3-3. Oh, my word. Nobody expected this. This has been a cracking game to start the Monday off.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
I can't believe that, honestly. That is typical me. Like, you know, I won't say that because it's Leicester, but typical me just to say, I can't see Cameroon getting back into this one, can you? Oh, 3-3. This is why I've stopped doing the lottery, guys.
Wow, there's still lots of time yet. Very open game, to be fair. 3 apiece on the scoreline, but both sides are not out of this. 68 on the clock, still time to go. There could be winners, equalisers, late winners. Anything could happen in this game. It has it all.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
English Kiwi says, good sketch. The Spanish Inquisition.
Yes, yeah. Still got to be the dead parrot, though. That's still the best. Although, having said that, I actually went to see Michael Palin at Bournemouth a couple of years ago, and he'd got a book out. And the first half of his book, first of his show, was talking about the book. But he even made that sound funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second half was all about his TV career. And he ended up, because he went off, and then obviously we all went, and he came back on again. And he did do the I'm a Lumberjack song. Which apparently was huge in Germany, if you wanted to know. There's a fun fact for you, Naz. I'm a Lumberjack is big in Germany. So much so they had to do a German version of it. But yeah, that was funny with the whole crowd going, I'm a Lumberjack and I'm Mookie.
Corner to Serbia. Just coming up to the 70th minute mark. 69 minutes and 50 seconds. Just coming up to that 70th. Ball about to come in. Deep into the mix. Header up. Choupo-Moting does well. Touches it down. Takes it past 2 Serbians. And can he make a run here for the Cameroon? That would be a no. He's lost it.
You know.
All that time and effort for nothing.
But yeah, Rennie, you might be right. I reckon Cameroon might just nick this.
There well could be. A couple of minutes of little action has occurred since a frantic few from Cameroon got them back into this.
I won't get too excited because I'm probably just going to comment on what you've just commented on.
Well, Chris, this is the first time Cameroon have scored more than once in a World Cup game since a 2-2 draw with Sweden in 1994.
You know your stats, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a finger in a few pies. You know what I mean?
Don't call Kate a pie. That's just not nice. There's just no need for it. I know
Best bit about it's the crust.
Oh,
and I wonder why that subs count's going down. Well done, Daniel.
But who's got the most caps for Australia? You see, you don't know that, do you? You don't, eh? You don't know.
For Australia?
Yeah. Go on, Naz. Just one's for you, Naz. Who's got the most caps for Australia?
Most caps for Australia? I don't know. Isn't it? I was going to say Tim Cahill, but I'll go with Tim Cahill, but I don't think it is.
Well, Tim Cahill has got 108. The gentleman with the most caps for Australia with 109. Rennie will like this one. He used to play for Leicester. Mark Schwarzer.
Oh, yes. Wow.
But yeah, Henry, I can see where you came from with those.
Yeah, Henry went for Harry Kewell.
Yeah.
He's crazy like a fool. What about Harry Kewell? Russ is in. There's hi,
Hey,
Dan and
Ross.
Chris.
You all
And it
right,
says,
mate?
this is the best 10 a.m. game at the World Cup, in my opinion. It has been very, very open and a great game to watch.
I've got to say, I can't argue with that because I'm very rarely up for the 10 a.m. games. So
Rennie,
the best one I've seen.
Rennie, this is the 4th comment regarding I wish Eto'o could play against Serbia. I wish Jeff Hurst could score. I wish Jeff Hurst could have scored the winner in the Euros.
I met him.
Who, Jeff Hurst?
Yeah, I've got a signed picture of him with him. You know, when he did one of those.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me now, to be fair.
Yeah. All right, then. This one you won't get. This one you will not get. Who is the top goal scorer for Japan?
Oh, it's
You dare get this. You dare get this.
It's
off.
Me fuck knows.
I'll give you that. But it's actually number 75.
Is it what you now said? Kiyosaki Honda?
No. He's got 37. He's equal 4th.
Oh,
it is Kushingi Kamamoto with 75.
Ah, my other guests were going to be Shinji Nakamura that played for Celtic.
Any Leicester fans that are in the chat? I don't know if there is any Leicester fans in the chat, but just for those, Shinji Okazaki is the 3rd top highest goal scorer ever with 50.
Wow.
Tell you what, though, I did wonder. I mean, exit signs. I mean, they're on the way out, aren't they?
Hey. Russ says there, Chris, I've watched every game at the World Cup so far. I mean,
wow, well done, Russ. I haven't. I'm going to miss the quarterfinals.
Oh yeah, you're in the old capital, aren't you?
Yes, I am watching the old Dancing Queen. Feel the street, Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. I
did do this morning when you called me.
Seen the old ABBA Voyage in the ABBA Stadium.
Should be good, that.
Oh my God, that was close to the onside. It should be. Ah, you see, Nas, I've caught you out as well there.
Never heard that name before, Chris.
No, but you have seen it on a menu.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I shouldn't be saying that.
It's definitely. We've all seen a Mitsubishi anyway. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. That in the old car catalogue. The old car catalogue. You've seen it. We've seen it.
Auto Trader.
Yeah. Serbia with a chance to come forward. Can Mitrovic end it? It's hit the keeper. And it's still in the mix. Still in there. Oh, there's no one there. Cameroon living dangerously, but get away from it. Can they now spring a surprise attack? Choupo-Moting gets away. Can he play it to Boubacar on the far side? He does. Bit of a heavy touch. Can he keep it in? He does. Finds Choupo-Moting on the edge. Takes too much of a touch. Why has he not just put his laces through it? Put your laces through it, man. Don't piss about it. You're not a stalk anymore.
There's a lovely back heel there from the Serbian striker to absolutely nobody.
Wait, watch Choupo-Moting come forward. He must think he's still at Stoke. He should have just put his foot straight through it. As soon as the ball was played back to him from a Boubacar, he should have.
Yeah.
He should have put his laces through. Every time I say a Boubacar now, I keep thinking of that. You know when you used to play Crash Bandicoot and you used to get that little wooden thing with feathers on its head that flew about.
I never played it. Remember, I'm older than you, so I different kids' TV, different toys. You know, when I grew up, it was a spinning top and a kaleidoscope, mate. You got to remember this.
Technology to you was the Atari, wasn't it? Plug and play into telly.
I can remember my brother having one of those, you know, the table tennis, ding, ding, when you did that. I went round to babysit for him once, and I tell you, I don't know whether his kid ever woke up or not. I was on that all night. So a draw here. Let's have a look, shall we? What's the scores on the door, Miss Ford? Well, let me tell you. World Cup. 4 games today. No. So we are in Group G. At the moment, it's not really helping either side because obviously they've really remembered. No points they were on before. 1 point they are on now.
They are 3 substitutions. 3 substitutions for Serbia as well. I'd give you the names, but it's pointless. I might as well just tell you they all end in H. Funnily enough, the 3 coming off all end in H. Gate's going to call me something that rhymes with itch, with the word greedy in front of it when we get to spoons as well later on.
Will you be back for the watch-along still, mate?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course I will.
Oh, no problem. Well, no, I know. I wasn't going to. If you were, I always say family come first.
I mean, I know I'm feeling low, and sitting in spoons for the day does sound very, like, an interesting prospect. But there is kids. There is kids to get.
Oh, of course there is. Yes, of course there is. No, last time I came to Burnley, which was years and years ago, I went into Spoons. It was on Manchester Road. Just I think up from the.
Yeah, that's gone now.
Oh, that's
that Spoons isn't there anymore. That's now become Ellis's, which is like a restaurant that's quite nice. We've had food from there before, but that's just moved into that building. That used to be on Standish Street, but they've just moved in there. But the Wetherspoons now is, you know where McDonald's is in the town centre?
Yeah.
So you had Yates's and White Lion.
You did opposite on either corner.
So the Yates's building is now called the Boot Inn. Right. And that's now Wetherspoons, the Yates's.
Yates's went bump, didn't they?
Yeah. So Wetherspoons took over that building. White Lion's still there. Red Lion on corner of the White Building further down. That's changed hands loads of times. It's now a property development place, I think.
Oh, okay. Who's in the old Woolworths building?
Wilkinson's.
Ah, yeah, of course, makes sense. Yeah.
Wilkinson's and Arsland, it got separated into 2. So you've got Wilkinson's, and then as you go down the side bit, there's a section of.
As you go down the side bit,
there
used to be a shop opposite. It had huge windows. Had like 4 huge windows. That used to be BT Communications. I was manager there.
All right.
That is where I met Gary Pallister, Gary Neville, and David Beckham.
Wow.
Because the company that was running it was a franchise, sponsored Man United for car phones. This was the day when you had to have them all wired in and what have you. And we advertised obviously the fact that they were coming, and we ran the police up and said, look, let you know that these guys are coming. And he said, oh no, the football match on. We can't do anything about that. And so I rang the shopping centre, and they said, no, you'll be fine. We've got to watch the foot. Be careful of the foot. I said, okay, fine, we've told you. Well, I mean, the windows were going like that. Queues. They had to get an ambulance out because somebody fainted in the crowd. Woolworths were complaining because they had the doors opposite at the time. The guy sort of squeezed. There's a guy squeezing through, and it was the security guy from the shopping centre. He said, I think I might need some help here.
Just a bit. Russ has asked a question, Chris. He says, ahead of Wales-England tomorrow, who were the last 6 England players to score goals against Wales?
To be honest with you, I saw that and I didn't answer it because I don't know the answer.
No.
I was avoiding that, you bastard. It actually says at Turf Moorhouse. You answer it.
You know what? Henry's done the research, I'm guessing. That's what I'm going for. Conor Cody, Danny Ings, Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy, Daniel Sturridge and Ashley Young.
That's what I was going to say, Henry.
I took the words out of our mouths.
Yes. If I'd realised you'd put that there, I'd have read that out before Dan brought it up.
English Kiwi says, why do you think the VAR takes so long to show the reviews? It might be rigged, mightn't it?
No, surely not.
You wouldn't like to say so. I don't think so. Personally, I wouldn't like to think so.
Watching it, that's why.
But we are at 3-3. Let's see what people are saying about this game on Twitter. Somebody said, I'm supporting Brentford's Brian Mbeumo in the Cameroon-Serbia match, but I do have a soft spot for Serbia's boss, who was a generous host when I spent a week at Guangzhou Fuli back in 2017 when he was head coach and I was reporting on the Chinese Super League. I don't even get that comment, so I'm not going to read that one. Somebody called Peter said, surprised we haven't seen Vlahovic or Luka Jovic. Mitro still doesn't look fully fit. Vlahovic's knock must be pretty notable. So somebody called Chad says this Cameroon-Serbia game is fire, which it is, to be fair. It has been a great game. Cameroon's still trying to come forward. He's still got away with it. Boubacar loses it in the end.
You're seeing a lot of comments I'm not seeing because I can't see any of these comments you read out.
Well, I'm looking at things that are trending under when you click the game.
Right, okay.
Someone said here, I'm guessing it's
you were reading the comments from the chat. I was going to say,
no, definitely not.
No, I do that. In fairness, I read the comments on the BBC, but like, what am I seeing? I can't remember I've seen these.
Russ said that Henry got it all correct.
Well done, Henry. Dan's got
Never
a prize
in doubt.
for you.
Never in doubt.
Don't know what it is, but I'm sure it'll be probably be a voucher for Weatherspoons.
Let's have a look at what you could have won. Somebody here called George Way's cousin, surely going to try and get Ali Dyer another game, says from Robin Van Persie's diving header to Tashabala's strike versus Mexico. Where does Vincent Aboubakar's chip rank in the streets won't forget World Cup goals? Because it was a good goal, wasn't it? That Cameroon.
Yeah, I won't say it was up there, to be honest with you. I think it's probably the first chipped goal we've seen in this in this World Cup. But in fairness, that diving header was a great one from Van Persie.
Have you read that as well, Chris? That Andros Townsend seems to think that Cameroon can beat Brazil as it isn't a must-win game for them. However, as of now, it must be a must-win game. You know, like this one. Every game must be a must-win game because of how close they are on the point system.
I know. I don't know if you're getting it off the BBC. If you are, they usually are about 5 minutes behind with the comments for putting them up. But no, every game's a must-win. You know, this is the second game for these two. Nobody is through in this group. You know, as it stands, you know, 3-3-1-1. So nobody is through at all. Nobody's going home. Nobody's through. So, of course, it's a must-win.
Definitely.
A draw would probably do them, Brazil.
Yeah, you'd like to think so.
Who have Brazil got next? They
Cameroon.
are playing Cameroon, sorry. Of course. Pat Nevin is saying here the game has swung in Cameroon's favour.
It has in terms of they got their equaliser and stuff like that. But again, Serbia now applying late pressure. They come forward again, ball in. And saved by Ipasi, the Cameroonian goalkeeper. It is end to end. You couldn't say which team is going to nick this.
No. Serbia have been the most dominant, but then, Cameroon got the 2 goals back. Then they've let Serbia back into it, but they keep having the odd spell, Cameroon. It could literally... Oh, he's lost it. Oh, I'm looking at what you were looking at. Bloody hell. At least I've not done my favourite trick, which is to watch a goal, do all the stuff on the computer, go back and go, we've done exactly the same. We scored another. Oh, no, it's a replay. But you can't say which way this game's going to go. No,
Mitrovic has just missed an opportunity as well. 88 on the clock. Mitrovic has just missed an opportunity. Ball was out wide, played in. I'm surprised the player didn't turn and hit it himself. Plays it to Mitrovic. He just can't quite get enough curl on his effort.
Yeah.
But take care.
Brazil are playing. Yeah, cheers, Renee. Brazil are playing Switzerland. I'm not sure if Dan wants me to say it on his stream.
Yeah, feel free. We will be swapping positions. The background will be different. The layout will be different. But I'll be heading over to Chris's channel to help him through the Brazil-Switzerland game. So, get over to Leicester Till I Die TV as well.
3:30 this afternoon. You can see us both as lovely people yet again. We spoil you.
At the attempts, Chris. I'm just looking at the attempts. Cameroon have had 12 attempts. Serbia 14. Cameroon have had 7 on target. Serbia 5. It has been an interesting attacking game, hasn't it?
Yes. It's been one of the more... Yeah, I mean, we've seen some boring games here. And I include in that 7-0 to Spain. But in fairness, this has been a really good game.
It has indeed. I say, we still said we wouldn't mind Cameroon winning it. There is still a chance. We did think they were out of it at 3-1, but that's why we love football, because it can change on a sixpence, can't it? It can just alternate and differentiate. Teams that you think aren't going to find another level. Naz was saying earlier, that Cameroon look like they're already packed up and ready for going home.
Yeah. You cannot take anything for granted in this World Cup.
No, you can't at all. You can't at all. Air conditioning's got a lot to answer for. Another 6 minutes.
In fairness.
Another 6 minutes. We have hit the 90th minute. 6 added minutes has been added on at the end of this one as well.
Wow.
Are we going to see a dramatic late winner? Serbia come forward. Mitrovic is in. He tries to chip the keeper. Ipasi stands tall. But to be fair, I think it has been called for offside anyway against Mitrovic. But wow. Serbia probably looking the more threatening now. But ball into the centre. He's tried to... Yeah, he's just off his Mitrovic. Just off. Either way, he didn't score either way. But a good standing there by Ipasi as well. Texting on the chin. Literally. And there's nothing better than the cameraman being able to find a kid in the crowd who's crying. Well done, you.
I love the African fans. They're just so colourful.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, like I say, that carnival atmosphere and just constantly bouncing around for 90 minutes, making noise.
Oh, he has, hasn't he? Yes. Oh, do you remember the Vuvuzelas in South Africa?
Oh, wow.
God, they were annoying. I did buy one, though, I've got to admit. Have you tried any flatulence pills, mate? That's
all you could hear. That's all I thought we'd hear in this World Cup. That's all I thought we'd hear in this World Cup with the with all fans around the stadium for the air conditioning, but that's all we'd
Oh,
hear. A shit ton of fans around the stadium going,
Sorry, they were having a little battle off the pitch then. The ball was on the line, on the the goal line, and a couple of players were off, and they were more bothered about each other than the ball. And then there's a free kick. Oh, he's getting a bit excited. Is Mr. Song?
It is. Nas says here as well, you can't blink and you miss a goal. It has been that sort of game.
Yeah.
George's Kevin Nkudu is down on the deck. A yellow card for the Serbian number 4. He goes into the book. And it is a booking for Milenkovic. Where's this sunshine? Chris, I can't even see me bloody phone or all. What's going on here?
No, I've got a bit of sun here.
Flipping heck.
Well, you are my son, aren't you? So, you know.
Yeah. Sunshine through my window. That's what you are. My shining star.
I think the idea that if we both sing the same song. Behind it. Or preferably everybody in the chat's going, oh, don't sing at all, please.
Not just yet. Although they've not said all, they've just buggered off. Which do you go for, Brazil or Switzerland? Well, I think you'd have to say Brazil. You'd have to say Brazil are probably going to do it. However, who doesn't love an underdog story? Switzerland, a win would be fantastic.
Let's be honest with you, if Switzerland won, it'd be a big plus for them.
Hey! No problem, Henry. You go
best,
and
Henry. I'll sort Facebook out, Henry.
But thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
Somebody's got his prayer beads out there. Cameroon fan is praying.
You might have to bring me rest at game, Chris. I've got sun in my eyes and Kate's arse in front of telly.
Oh, I'm surprised one's not blocking the other one out.
Oh! Come on, Katie. You're usually quick-witted. Where's the comment back? That sounds like that. That is a woman who is thinking, treat that idioticness with ignorance.
Yes, yeah. I won't even lower myself to reply. No, it's in. I saw her shadow sort of block you out for a minute, but she walked past. Is it Arsene Wenger coat day today, Kate?
She's sniggering. I can hear her sniggering, but no comment. No comment is coming.
Oh, I'm being blanked. I've been cancelled by Kate. Kate has cancelled me.
30 seconds left of this added 6. 30 seconds left. Cameroon coming forward. Last chance saloon for Cameroon. Lyrical genius.
Yeah, if you say so.
Kevin Nkudu takes it down. Ball whipped in. Header up. No one there at the back stick. And if the keeper collects this, I think that will be it. Keeper pumps it long. Referee calls time. What a spectacle.
Oof.
What a spectacle. Cameroon 3, Serbia 3. Don't think any of them would have expected this game. They knew, both of them knew they had to fight to the death to get a result. But they cancel each other out. I mean, Cameroon, Chris, you've got to say, will probably be more than happy with their performance, having to come back from being 1-0 up, going to 2 goals down, the sucker punch at half-time. But they rallied together and they managed to level off the scoring.
The Cameroon will be the happy with or Roberto Song will be happy with the 2 managers, definitely. He's got to be, when you look at it, and yes, he went 1-0 up, but I mean 3-1 down, game's over. Good night, Vienna. We all, we said that, didn't we? You said there it is. That's game over, and I did. And Cameroon, in all fairness, literally just as I said, can anybody actually see Cameroon get back into this game? In 5 minutes, it was 3-3. They deserve it, Cameroon.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Serbia were the better team overall. I think they just edged it, but you can't say that Cameroon didn't deserve the point, and it makes this afternoon's game between Brazil and Switzerland very, very interesting because at the moment Brazil plus 2 goal difference, 3 points, Switzerland plus 1 goal difference, 3 points, and Cameroon -1, 1 point, and Serbia -2, 1 point. So this is all to play for. And you know what I love about this World Cup? You literally, at the moment, as things stand, France are through, but that's the only team. Portugal, I guess, could if they win, but France are through. They're the only team. Canada and Qatar are out. They're the only 2 teams. We are going into the 3rd game of all these groups with so little decided. We don't even know France are through, but they might not finish top. I mean, there's so much, that and Qatar and Canada have still got big says in this World Cup because, how they perform could affect sort of who goes through and who finishes top. So it's in that way, it's great because there's still so much open. You've muted yourself, mate.
I pressed unmute as well. Clearly not pressed it hard enough.
You pressed unmute. you got that right.
Into says thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. English Kiwi says thanks, guys. Good match. As I say, we will be over on Chris's channel at 3:30 to cover Brazil, Switzerland. Then I'll be doing back here for Portugal, Uruguay tonight, which should be another good one. Nas says, cheers, guys. I'll see you at 3:30. Chris's channel. Brilliant stuff. See you over there, mate. Pal.
See you now.
And he's got a point. It was very, very entertaining. Looking at the stats.
A lot to hold up to as the Portugal game.
It has.
Sorry, the Brazil game, I mean. Sorry.
It certainly has. I mean, looking at the stats, we said it were an even game, and it was. 13 shots for Cameroon, Serbia having 15. Serbia had 5 shots on target, and 3 of theirs hit the back of the net. 8 shots on target for Cameroon, as I say, 3 for them as well. Possession went in favour of Serbia, 60% to 40. Passes galore in that game. 501 passes for Serbia, 340 for Cameroon. Quite a few fouls in that game in favour of Serbia with 13. 2 yellow cards apiece, 4 offsides for the Serbians, and 0 for Cameroon. But as I say with the group, let's bring that group image up, and then we can see where we are at. I know we've already mentioned what's happened, but let's bring the standings up. Let's present you my shared screen, and we shall see. So here we are. Here we have it. Brazil top the group, and so do Switzerland. And so do Switzerland. They are level on points, but obviously Brazil are ahead by a 1 goal difference between the two, which obviously they do face off later on over on Chris's channel, although predominantly in Qatar. Qatar and Serbia.
I can't put them all in this room, you know.
No. Cameroon and Serbia obviously had a very strong battle there, but neither of them could cancel the other out and get that elusive win. But it is, like you said, Chris, still all to play for. If you see any team, I mean, you'd like to think that Brazil top that group, probably get the win over Switzerland later on. But out of the teams, Switzerland, Cameroon and Serbia, who do you think is going to finish that in second? Who qualifies out of the 3?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I've changed my mind so often, thinking, Serbia, when it's 3-1, are dominating this. They're going to build on this. Switzerland have got the historical history, of course. They always make it through to the last 16, but then never go any further. Do you know what? What games? What were the last games? Cameroon, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland. I'm going to say Serbia. Do you know that? Because I think Cameroon will lose to Brazil. Sorry,
Hmm.
Cameroon, but I just think it's Brazil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not Argentina. So I think Cameroon will lose to Brazil. I think Serbia have got a good chance of beating Switzerland. So I think Serbia could go through a second, which is completely different. What did I say on my World Cup predictions? Oh no! Oh, there you go. You see, just shows. Look at this. Brazil, Serbia. I got down for that as well.
Ah, fair
Brazil
shout.
1, Serbia 2nd, Switzerland 3rd, Cameroon 4th. Brad went for Brazil and Cameroon, and Doug went for Brazil and Switzerland. So we're all different, but sticking with my original one there we go. I didn't even realise that. I think it'll be Serbia. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'd say based on that, you'd like to think that Serbia probably have enough about them. You know, the resilience from Cameroon in that game today. Will they be able to produce that against, like you say, against Brazil? You know,
Yeah.
it is Brazil.
Yeah.
Switzerland will want to. I think they'll have a little bit of fear in their eyes going into it. They've got that 2-point advantage over Serbia, but they'll know full well that they're going to be in for a tough contest. Serbia have to win. Serbia have to win. So the Swiss can't just, lie down and take it. They have to take the game to them. It's going to be good. It is going to be really good. Like I say, obviously, depending on what happens come 4 p.m. This evening, then let's
and
see.
there's no
Could
dead
be
rubbers
interesting.
either. Whether that's the way that
No.
the draw was made out, so that they knew who should be at top and who should be bottom. But even the teams at the bottom, Qatar, like I say, in Canada, they're out, they're going home. But what they do could affect the rest of the group. They're not like they're playing it. They're it's a dead end game. They're playing the team that's third, and neither of them are going to go through. So, yeah, you are on the telly. It's exciting. It's exciting to see. That's scary. Sorry, mate, but yeah,
But I've got 14 goals and 51 caps for Wales, Chris. So I've got
fair play to you, mate, and every one of them well deserved. Can I just say that, Carl? I meant to say that. Lovely to see today. I just say lovely to see that your head is better.
Yes. I do not have the. I do not have the old bandage on.
I did say, I think Doug did pop in at mine at half time, and I did say when he went back to say to you, "Hope your head was better." I don't know if he did or not.
I'm not sure. I don't think he did.
It made me laugh. He was doing Mike's channel the other day, and they're all going to do a raid at half time. I mean, yeah, bring it on, mate. There was him and one other. It's got to be the most limp raid that has ever taken part. Oh, bless him.
Like a B-Tech Ronnie and Reggie Cray just pop in and think they can raid the place.
I was expecting here we go, and there's like 2 of them.
No, thank you very much, Chris, for joining me. Really
thank
appreciate
you for having me,
it.
as always. You. And guys, make sure you give this guy all your support. Subscribe. I'll get my teeth in. Subscribe to the channel, but I say like the video. That is just so important to the content creators. He puts a lot of time and effort into this, and just liking the video, it is a click. It doesn't even cost you. It just gets the channels more out there.
Speaking of which, here he is, the Newport Raider.
He's
here. Afternoon, he says. He says afternoon. It must be a quick hi and bar, Mark, because we are just about to wrap it up. But Chris, again, tell people where they can support you and go and watch you come 3:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, and yourself, of course, you'll be joining me. On the YouTube, I can't speak. At YouTube, it's Leicester Till I Die
93. Chris shouting for Leicester Till I Die TV. And action.
Leicester, don't fuck off. Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube, at Leicester TID on Twitter, and just search Leicester TID on everything else. And Leicester Till I Die, and I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there to hold on to you. Honestly, One Direction. Me and Dan, no direction.
Wrong direction. I don't know that more direction. Mark says he's only just got his bloody voice back. Well, hopefully the table will come back as well. I look forward to that episode next week on that restoration program on BBC. I forgot what it's called now. Where the repair shop.
I wonder where you were going with that.
Mark's there with his sob story. I had to watch a shit Wales squad play. My table broke. It's been in the family for years.
I get that now. I didn't get that at the start. I wondered where you
took his table in to get repaired. But you've got your voice back, Mark. That's the main thing. That is the main thing.
Nothing to do with me. This is all him.
He knows it's a joke. He knows it's a joke.
I'm worried. I'm bloody worried about that game.
Hey, I can say that anyway. I've got 51 caps for Wales and 14 goals. So don't worry. I'm all right.
That's true. That's true.
He says, "Yeah, mate. I've got a bit of cardboard keeping the table up." Happy days. Oh, thanks for joining me, Chris. Again, really appreciate everybody who has joined us in the chat as well. We will be back. I will be over on Chris's channel at 3:30. But then also we will be back here at 6:45 for Portugal, Uruguay. The battle of Ronaldo against Suarez is this evening, so join us for that as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching again, Chris. Really appreciate it. And everyone, see you over on Leicester Till I Die. Mirrored camera, remember that. Point the opposite direction. See us on Leicester Till I Die at 3:30, and then obviously join us again at 6:45. But until then, take it easy. I know it's Monday, but it will soon be the weekend again. It will soon be the weekend again. Take care, and we'll see you guys soon.